Yes, people, welcome to another episode of the Barbershop Convo. I'm your host, Kenneth, and today I'm with a barber, one of the up and rising barber making wave right now in the industry. I'm going to give him the chance to introduce himself and tell you where he's from, his age, his name, and how long he's been in the industry.
Yes, my people, this is Barber Rehan. I'm 18. I'm a Pakistani barber based in Eastcote, Northwest London. If you guys want the best trims, obviously you know who to hit up. We've got clean trims all around. But yeah, I've been barbering for let's say about 2 years now. It's the first time I picked up a clipper. I was self-taught, but we've come a long way. If you guys go through my Instagram, you'll see the progression from the start to the end. And I'm very happy to be where I am. And I'm very happy to be obviously on this barbershop convo with you now as well.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, it's amazing. I appreciate you, hitting me up and coming on the podcast. Obviously, taking time out of your day to kind of like talk about the things that we both have in common, isn't it?
Of course, bro.
But it's crazy because like I came into the barbering industry when I was quite young as well.
Yeah.
Like you're 18 and you got into the barbering at like 16, bro. Like
Yeah.
how was that?
It was scary at first, 100%. Because when I got into the
Mm,
barbering industry, we were in high school times. So
yeah,
now one bad trim and the word spreads around the whole high school. You know how it gets.
yeah,
Um,
bro. It's just like it's crazy, isn't it? Because when you first got in though, like, did you start trimming your friends or did you like start trimming some people just random?
Now I started from my brother. So my brother was my first test subject, and then it went to my brother to my dad. And then after leaving like lines and lines in the head, I somehow convinced that one of my friends, um, it didn't go good, but obviously you gotta have a starting point
Yeah,
somewhere, you know what I mean?
for sure. For sure, man. Because it's crazy. I got into barbering when I was like year 9 in
Oh,
school.
damn, okay.
Bro, I didn't even want to tell my friends I was a barber, bro, because my fear was pretty much the same thing, isn't it? If I tell him I'm a barber, I'm going to kind of like he's gonna want a haircut,
Yeah.
and then I'm forced to kind of trim his hair, and then if I don't do it right, then I go to school, everyone's laughing at his hair. Then in essence, they're laughing at me, isn't it?
Basically, yeah, that's how it gets.
But that's crazy for your journey though. Like obviously 16, you got into kind of barbering, you just finished high school. Like what kind of like inspired you then?
You know, I got into barbering around COVID time. So I think it was
Mm,
towards the end of COVID where we still couldn't have like barbers, you know, when the barbers were all locked up and whatever.
yeah.
Um, so I needed a haircut. Everyone needed a haircut. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a pair of clippers. £20 was my first pair of clippers. £20, and I still got them till this day, just for a little memory. But after those first pair of clippers, they did not function well. But at the time, it was going amazing. But
Yeah.
I just picked it up and I started had one YouTube video in my hand here, a clipper in my hand here. That's how it went.
Oh my days, bro. I remember like everyone during lockdown was ordering the Timo clippers, bro.
Oh,
Oh
it
my
was,
God.
and
It
even
was
you know the Kemi clippers all around.
oh bro, is it the little liners, isn't it? I think I even ordered one, bro. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely like £10, I think, £20.
Yeah, yeah, at least, bro, at least.
Did you like expect the prices of clippers to like when you got into barbering, isn't it? Now you're buying more tools, you're investing in clippers. Did you expect that the prices of clippers are like £200?
No, oh, because I remember buying clippers. I would use like places like eBay, Temu, Shein, like you know these cheap websites for like barbering. I would be paying like 20, £30 maximum. I think
Yeah.
I struggled on buying a £60 clipper at the time, and I thought it was the best of the best at the time. And then once you get into the industry, once you like join a barber shop, for example, you go around looking at other people's clippers. I'm like, £300 a clipper. I'm like, where's this money coming from?
No, I remember like when I went to buy my first Barberless clipper, bro. It was like the Barberless underliners were £300.
Yeah.
Because that was my first like because I got into barbering, I was using like clippers that was like, bro, from the shop. I was fixing old clippers,
Yeah, exactly.
taking
Yeah.
wires out of the clipper, putting them in that clipper. But it's crazy, bro. Like it's crazy because that's one thing that I feel like we share in common is this young age. We get into barbering.
100%.
It's like it's passionate, bro. Like obviously you got to see your friends finish high school and go into different things.
Yeah.
Like, was that difficult for you to say like, yo, even though I'm not making as much money as my friends, but this is what I have passion for?
You know what, it was difficult because I remember left, right, and centre I was getting, yeah, I'm never coming to you for a haircut. I'm never doing this. I'm never doing that. And obviously at the time I had my own like studio at my house in the back. It's like a little shed.
Yeah,
Like you can probably take about 3 steps in there. Right? It was tiny. Um, so yeah, I wasn't making a lot, and looking at everyone else doing their own thing. I mean, it didn't pull me away, but it would push me to go even more further, obviously. And then I started getting bigger ideas, like investing in new stuff. But then
yeah,
eventually, look where we are now. This is where it goes. And the people that didn't want to come first are now sitting in my chair. That's how. That's
for sure.
that's
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing about when you stay on your grind, when you don't let people make you feel like, hey, I can achieve that or I can achieve that. You just kind of stay on your grind.
100%, 100%. And
But as a young barber, though, sorry, what was you gonna say?
I was about to say that grind is the biggest payoff. The process is long, but once you get to that stage, you're the most happiest person you could ever be.
Yeah, bro, because that is the thing. Is I say to people, I've taught people barbering before, and I always say I can teach you how to cut hair, but I can't teach you the grind.
Of course,
You either have that dog in you or you don't,
I
because
literally couldn't say about
that's a but as a young barber, like I remember when I came into the industry, a lot of people didn't take me seriously, like clients wise.
it. Yeah,
Like I found it hard getting clients that were older than me, to come sit in a chair. Not because they don't think I might not be able to cut their hair good. Just in general, they didn't take me as like, serious.
yes.
How are you handling that then?
Um,
Or that's not something that you kind of like
no, it's something I definitely faced because I'd have like, for example, older clients like I know they would be thinking in their head like, but he's very young. Can he even cut this type of hair? Or like, for example, like I've had people ask me like, oh, can you even cut Afro type of hair? Or like, can you cut
yes.
certain like? And obviously, it put me off a bit. But then I'm obviously, even though I didn't know at the time, I still tried it. But I feel like
Yeah.
that's the reason I know how to do it today because I gave it a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
Like for example, Afro hair was my biggest enemy at the time. I
Oh,
found it the truth,
mate.
and I remember I tried it, scuffed a few people up, but then I'm not even like it was bad to the point I left a bald patch in one of yeah
The client's head.
yeah.
Oh, bro. Bro, I remember this. You say that. I remember, right? I had a client and he was sleeping on the chair, and I was like, every time I'm cutting his hair, I'm like, yo, bro, wake up, wake up. He's like, oh, yeah, 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 cool. And then I'm cutting his hair, he falls asleep again. I'm like, bro, wake up. And I'm cutting his hair, he falls asleep. So, anyways, it gets to the end of the trim, bro. I've basically done everything good, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, let me just make sure that the top is smooth. So I got the clipper and I was just skimming. I was skimming it. And then boom, the clipper goes back, his head comes
Oh
forward,
no,
boot patch. Oh my God,
that's
you could
surely
not
not your fault,
imagine it.
man. That can't be your fault.
Bro, I can't lie though. Black sprayed it.
Enhancement saved it.
Bro, I'm thinking, oh my days, bro. It would have been a nightmare. But you get to deal with that, man. But
Hey,
how do you like attract clients now then?
so social media. That's that's that's
Yes.
that's the way. Every trim. So on my Instagram, for example, I've got a section for Afro hair, section for Asian hair, section for maybe like older clients or younger clients.
Mm,
Um, just so when people click on my Instagram, they have a variety of whatever they're looking for. So if they, for example, if they have Afro hair, they'll click on the Afro hair, and
yeah.
if they like that, they obviously know I can cut that type of hair now, which is the
Yeah.
difference. Um, yeah, so basically my social media presence is very, very, very like it's not too big at the moment, like in terms of followers, but my page, the way it's laid out, is very like good for like clients to approach it, and for example like that.
Yeah, bro, because bro, I remember like when I saw your Instagram pop up, I went on your page, bro. I like your social media, bro. I feel like he has a presence.
Yeah,
It's like there's some pages that you go to and there's just so much things everywhere.
everywhere.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's just like you don't know what you're looking at. Like, it's
exactly.
like, so I look at your page and I think it's very well
I
organized.
appreciate that.
You know what I mean? It's very, very well organized. But do you feel like that's something that a lot of barbers need to do more of in terms of use social media?
100%, 100%. Because I'll be honest, if I didn't have social media to this day, I'll probably be at step number one. Social media
Yeah.
is where all your clients come, or maybe apart from your friends, but all the rest of your clients are gonna look at your social media. Like for example, if I went to a new barber, the first thing is I'm searching up their Instagram, seeing what their haircuts are like. If you don't
Mm.
have that on your page, you're not gonna attract anyone because they can't see anything on your page.
Even sometimes I feel like when you have new clients, the first thing they say to you is it's like when your client wants to come to you, the first thing he says is, "Oh, show me his social media, like, well,
Yeah.
show me his Instagram." It's like your portfolio, isn't it?
It's literally your portfolio. And
Do
if
you get like do you get like people that kind of mix both of them up, like personal life and barbering life, or
yes, so me personally, I've started to do that very recently as well.
mm,
I've been going through a lot of content creators, whatever, and this mixed life with barbering life is something I'm actually looking forward to get started because you're not only showing that you're a barber, you're showing the person you are. So, for
yes,
example, my most recent post on my Instagram is a picture of me, right?
yes,
Me out in, I think it was Wembley or something. Um,
yeah,
but it just builds that creativity. Like you're not just there like some boring old barber in it. You're just like you're out there. You just want to share it with everyone, basically.
yeah? Because that's the thing though, like when someone wants to come to you, they want to know your character, isn't it?
100%.
They want to know your character, and I feel like it shows it because I saw the picture. I think the caption is "Your barber."
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I like it, man. It's like so what? So in essence, like showing character, you say through your social media is quite a big thing. Then you would say then.
Yes, and there's one thing I will point out that not a lot of
Mm.
people see, but personally I see it.
Yeah,
The reason in those pictures I make sure I have a fresh fade or a line up and my hair styled is because I feel like what attracts a lot of clients is that if you can have a good portfolio and your own good haircut, when it goes to cutting their hair, you know what you're doing and they like that stuff. When you have a fresh
yeah,
lineup, they can see that okay, cool, like he has that in his head to give me a fresh lineup because he has one himself.
yeah.
So your presence
Because
is very big. It's very big.
it's very big, man. Because I see that with a lot of barbers, they can go 6, 7 months and not get a haircut for
Yeah.
themselves, but it's like, bro, like sometimes when I'm lining up clients, they're like, "Oh, let me see your mustache. Okay, cool. I want it like yours."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Because it's
100%.
important. It's
100%.
very important. But like you in this place that you are now, 2 years in, you're working Razor Vibes. Shout out to my boy Freddie. Like I actually
Yeah.
used to work with Freddie.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah, I worked with Freddie for a few months. Like that's my brother. So like y- you have had to sacrifice a lot to be in this position that you are today.
100%.
Like what would you say was one of the biggest sacrifices you've had to make for your career?
So there's a few. I wouldn't be able to point out the biggest because they're all kind of going into themselves.
Yeah,
So one thing is starting barbering at a young age, you lose that free time.
you
You
do.
you lose all that free time that you want to maybe spend with your friends or go outside. You lose that, and that's very minimal. And you get your friends like asking like, oh, "Why are you not coming football today? Why are you not doing this?" I'm just busy trying to cut hair, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other one is I always stick by this. You have to give a lot of money in to take a lot out. So
Yes.
meaning
Yes.
if you don't invest in yourself and put that in, even if it means that you're losing in that money, you're still gonna eventually hopefully make that back after. But
Yeah.
that's one thing that is very important. If you don't put it in yourself, you're not gonna get it for yourself, 100%.
Because that's very important, man. Because a lot of times, like, I feel like that scares a lot of people. Because me personally, I can't remember the last time I was hanging out with my friends.
Yeah,
It's very, very hard. Like to say, yeah, I have a free day where I do nothing. Like
exactly.
most times
Yeah,
nowadays. my day off is like, it's like I don't even want to come outside. I just want to sleep.
Literally, because you're working for
It's like,
the every day, and that one day you don't even want to like leave your house. You just want to stay in
nah, you
bed.
don't. I see that you work Wednesday to Sunday. Is it Wednesday to Sunday or Saturday?
So basically, I was in college while I was working. So I was
Yeah,
doing Wednesdays after college, so 3:30 to 7, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then here and there I'll probably do like a Monday, Tuesday, whatever fits my schedule. But obviously now I'm going into full time, hopefully. Um,
yeah,
it's nothing new to me because I have been in full time before. For example, like summer holidays, whatever.
yeah,
But it's exciting because I know that clientele is just gonna shoot up there one more time. And
yeah.
that's the best bit about it. When you know you're busy, that's the best thing. It's so fun, honestly.
So, so do you like? So do you think like the less days that you're working currently affects your client flow then?
100%. Because there are clients that would love to get trims on the day I don't work. And obviously,
Yeah,
if it's an important trim, I get texts all the time, or like, bro, can you cut me on Tuesday? Oh, sorry, bro, I don't work Tuesday. That's my reply. But if it's important to them, they will go to someone else. And if they like their haircut,
yeah,
I've lost a client. So
yes,
it is very like it does disturb the flow, but to be honest, loyal clients will always stay loyal, you know what I mean? They will know
for
your working
sure,
days, but once I'm full time, it would be clients coming in every day.
for
They won't have
sure.
to worry about me not being in, something like that.
So like I could imagine because if you're not there at the shop all the time, then like I feel like this thing within barbers and clients sometimes is very hard because if you don't work every day, you get clients that want to come on that day, and it's just constantly
Of course.
like you're building a client, but you're losing some clients, and you're building, you're losing, you're building, you're losing. So when you looking to kind of like go full time, then you said very soon.
Very soon because I've just finished college. So as soon as I could start it, probably like next week or something. So
Yeah.
very, very, very soon.
Man, like it's important, man. It's important to like have like these conversations with barbers. I like to be able to share my knowledge with barbers. I like to be able to get knowledge from barbers, and I feel like just having this conversation with you because I'm young. I'm 25, but I've been in the barbering industry for like over a decade now.
Yeah.
Like literally, I started trimming after in. I'm 25 now, so it's like, do I feel like a young head? Sometimes. Do I feel like an old head? Sometimes because I've seen barbers older than me with less experience.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm young, so I can't go back the old head barbers. And I'm also still trying to learn,
Yeah. Of
like things like how to use fibers a lot better, what type of fibers to use,
course.
and
Yeah.
is a little things. Like you come into the industry where barbering now is a lot of booking system, and no one really walks into the shop as much anymore without booking it. Do you how does that make you feel as a barber that's still trying to be the clients? Do you feel like the booking system is great, or sometimes you feel like it kind of ruined barbershop?
So, for example, when I started working in my barbershop Razor Vibes,
Yeah,
I found it a lot more difficult with the booking system because I needed those walk-ins. I needed to attract those walk-ins. Um,
yeah,
so obviously, if people are booking constantly and they're gonna book, they'll probably see my name and search my Instagram, but I wasn't as good then, so they'll probably book with someone else. But with
yeah,
walk-ins, they don't really get that portfolio of you. They just
yes,
enter the door, enter the seat kind of thing. So it was definitely something I didn't like at the start, but then towards now, the booking system is one of my favorite things, I'll be honest. And that's just because it allows me to time manage myself. I know if I'm
mm,
running behind or I know if something there's going on, and I know how many clients I will have in the day where I can take my breaks or stuff like that. So it's so
yeah.
much easier for me.
It has changed. What booking system do you use?
We use Booksy.
Yeah. So it's like a shop. It's a shop, and every barber has their own.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great, man. Because I'm still kind of like getting into learning about more booking system
Okay.
and stuff like that. Because I use a different version of booking system, but I've started to realize that there's a lot. There's Fresher, there's Booksy,
There's
and I
so
think
many.
there's Streetwell as well now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many, like, which is great. But one thing I noticed is most old head barbers, they don't like the booking system as much, do they?
Nah, nah, nah. They love the walk-ins,
Then
especially like Turkish barbers or like just older barbers, they love it when the people walk in. They will never use a booking system.
Do you feel like that kind of stopped their growth as a barbershop? Do you feel like, because obviously as a barber, I would assume you have to kind of like evolve with time, isn't it?
Yeah, of
Because
course.
I remember like a few years ago, I was speaking to some old head barbers and they were like, "Oh, me no use no, how can I say, me no use no spray on no head or something like that." And they used to like only say that to me, like, which is like they don't want to use no fiber spray. They don't. And then I'm thinking, so if your client comes in and say, sorry, can you put enhancement on it? You're
Yeah,
gonna say, no, I don't want to do it.
yeah.
It's like
I
you kind
mean,
of have to evolve.
if you could give them that natural hairline that looks exactly like enhancements, then fair enough. Fair enough.
Bro, nothing looks exactly like enhancement, bro.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly,
because what are you gonna do to make the hair darker? Like, and these
exactly.
days, enhancement is so widely accepted now. It's like if I see enhancement on someone's head, I don't go, "Oh, you have enhancement." It's just a natural. It's a natural thing now. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly, exactly. And what you said about what's called people following till this day is people need to stay in touch with how our days are going by. Meaning like people they need to have that social media, they need to have the booking systems, they need to have all of this, and that's just because that's what the generation is just used to now.
Yeah.
Technology. It's not olden time where you just walk in a shop. Yeah, this is that. If you want to attract, especially I would say the younger range of like teen clients.
Team
It's
clients.
all technology. They get on their phone quickly, book an appointment, go do their own thing. But whereas I doubt they would have time to walk into the barber shop. Whereas,
Yeah.
so they obviously need to stay up to date, kind of what they're doing.
With them things, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
So, like, what is one mistake that you've learned to avoid that you often see younger barbers make?
Oh, okay. So one big mistake is that being confident when you're cutting hair in terms when
Yes,
you're starting, and that's when you're starting because I remember I've seen a lot of people they would be about a month or two into their experience of barbering, right? And they
yeah,
would they would be on a haircut and they would be struggling, but they would never go to anyone and ask for help. They would be too shy to,
yes,
even if they're in front of a client, and they would try
yeah.
tackling it themselves and it would go completely wrong. um, yeah, so if you can get that help, make sure you get someone to come to you because the one time they tell you what to do, it will stick in your head. It will stick in your head,
Yes.
and that's all you need. So don't be shy, 100%, and keep it up there. Be confident, man. Be confident.
Man, I feel like that's important, bro. That's important. But obviously, like I said to you earlier, is like there's a lot of things about this podcast that I love. Like when I sit back and I rewatch it, I get like ideas, ways to make the podcast more interesting.
Yes.
And one of the way that I thought about was a simple game of Would You Rather, which is crazy because it's like, and it's pretty much based around barbers. But obviously, once you give your answers, I want to kind of know why
Yes.
you've given your answers
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So the first one is would you rather be the best barber in your city with a small social media following or a medium level barber with a massive social media following?
Oh, that one's tricky. That one is tricky. If we're talking about oh, I'd probably be the best barber with a low social media following.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like that's great, but think about it though. A medium barber. Because have you been to the barbering convention? Because sometimes when you go there, you see some of their barbers on stage.
Yeah, 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 I've seen it. I've seen it. No, but if you think about it, right,
Yeah,
you're the best barber. You could tackle anything you want. Everyone loves your haircuts, but it's just the social media, innit? But
yeah.
like, still, like you just have that confidence. Like, yeah, I'm that barber, not you, bro. You know what I mean? That's the confidence.
All right, yeah. Would you rather be known for your flawless fades or your ability to execute complex design?
Oh, okay. Flawless fades, 100%, 100%.
100%. I'm not gonna lie, I agree with you on that one still.
Yeah, man.
But, would you rather the ability to give good haircuts with a terrible shape up, or good shape up with a terrible haircut?
Good shape up. I'm on the good shape up with the terrible haircut, you know.
Bro, shape
Honest,
up makes or break a trim.
bro. If you can have the best skin fade in the world, the moment that shape up is wonky, that's your first like sight of everyone. Everyone's looking at your shape up first. I want this wonky,
Oh,
bro. Enhancers is not saving a wonky shape up, bro.
bro, you know what? Yeah, I hate to see when barbers now use enhancement and shape up, bro.
Yeah, oh
Like,
my god.
oh, what do you think of the enhancement on the beard?
I don't like it, man. I honestly
On the
don't.
beard?
I don't like it. Like, if you can't grow a beard, then you can't grow a beard. You know what I mean? Just get some beard oil, like putting enhancements on.
Oh, broski, get some beard oil, use some demo roller, like just bro. I see enhancement on the beard, like, oh man, I'm watching what's this show called? Pop the Balloon to Find Love, and
Yes,
I saw a
yes.
clip where the girl goes to the guy, she goes to the guy, like it's the spray, and then it zoomed into the guy's face. Oh, it go on his hair, it go down his face, down his
Oh
beard. I
god,
just, why would you come on a show like that with just enhancements on your
bro. I've
face?
I've seen someone like it's the same type of concept. The girl and boy, the girl's literally got her finger and taken off.
Oh,
That,
oh.
that, that that's why personally I use semi-permanent in it. So like
Yes,
none of that, bro.
it stays on. But yeah, man, the last one is oh bro, this one here is funny because we sort of touched on the subject earlier, right? But I'm to would you rather have clients with cigarette breath or a client that sleeps in the chair?
Sorry, Claire, that's what?
Just sleeping in the chair like
Oh
the whole time.
god, I'm taking cigarette breath. And that's because I'm used to it. I'm so used to it. Like my clients would before they enter my chair, they'll be outside smoking like 3 cigarettes, and then
Yeah.
they'll come in just danking of cigarettes. And I'm so
Oh.
used to it. But a client that's sleeping in your chair, I genuinely I can't cut your hair.
Yeah,
I
nah,
mean,
it's annoying, bro.
nah,
It's
bro.
mad
And one time,
because the whole time. Sorry, go on, bro.
yeah, bro. If I mess up that haircut, personally, I'm not taking blame for that. I'm blaming you. You're
I'm
sleeping.
blaming you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, but it's been such an interesting podcast with you.
Yeah.
Um, but obviously, one major question I also ask everyone that comes to the podcast is it's a product advice, isn't it? For a lot of people that watch the podcast, I want to give them something for them to kind of like walk away from this
Yes.
podcast, which is products. So, which one product do you recommend for most of your clients, and which one product you don't recommend?
Okay.
Just one of each.
The most product I recommend for my clients is sea salt spray.
Hanging.
And I'll tell you why. Sea salt spray is partially healthy for your hair. It's sea salt water at the end of the day. Um, Sea salt
Is there a
spray.
specific brand?
The one I use is the I think it's
Yes.
level three sea salt spray. Black and blue bottle. You can get on Chris and Sons or whatever. But specifically sea salt spray. Why it's my favorite is not only does it add a lot of texture into your hair, but it allows you to flow your hair and style it how you want. And sea
Yeah.
salt spray, it can be used in curly hair, straight hair, um, any type of hair. Like for
Pretty
example,
much.
even on afro hair before you sponge it, maybe sometimes it
Yes.
comes out good. But yeah, sea salt spray is my favorite, and the product I probably hate the most. Um, oh, this one's hard, man. I'd probably say texture powder. Be- be-
Why is that?
I don't, texture powder. One thing I know is it's hot. It's not good for your hair at all. Is
Yeah.
texture powder can damage your hair a lot. And plus, thing is with texture powder, it's temporary texture. Like you're gonna go home, you're gonna go shower, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, where's my texture gone, man?" If the barber don't know how to cut texture in your hair, then that part you're gonna be like, "Where's my texture gone, bro? I just have
Where's
straight
the
hair."
texture go? Yeah. Oh my days, yeah, yeah. Because that's important though, isn't it? That's why sometimes I say to some clients as well, you have to have it yourself at home
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, of
some
course.
people love it. But I'm always like, if you like using it, then maybe have it yourself at home and kind of. But then I hate cutting a client's hair that just done it because you can't comb through that hair.
Oh my God. Please, guys,
Oh,
come with clean hair. That's the one that come with just washed hair at least.
wash hair, that's it. Like I caught a client recent and he had like so much wax and stuff in his
Oh,
hair.
bro,
It is a nightmare. It is a nightmare.
that's the worst,
But
man.
man, so what is the one advice you could give uh, a young up and coming barber right
Um,
now?
the best piece of advice I would give you,
Yeah.
um, if you're not ready to grind, don't grind. And that's
Mm,
one thing I'll say, I'll explain it for you. If you're not ready to take on those challenges, if you're not ready to be there where you're gonna mess someone up horribly, if you're not ready to um take on new people, new people you see for the first time, then don't hustle that grind because and that's just because the one when you start hustling a grind you don't want to, you're not gonna get nowhere from it. And you're kind of
yeah.
just forcing yourself. You need to be motivated to do what you want to do, and
Yeah.
you want to be like it wants to be in your heart. So barbering wants to be in your heart if you actually want to be good at it, and
Yes.
that's my biggest thing, honestly.
Yeah, man. So that leads me to the key message of today. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will find success.
100%.
So that's very similar to what you just said, like just do things when you know you're ready for it.
Exactly.
Because if not, like a lot of times people come into barbering, you train them how to cut hair, they do like maybe a week, they realize, oh my God, is that how much standing I have to do? And then next week they start to give you like, oh, I'm sick, oh, I want to take this day off, I want to take that day off. But if you know this is what you makes you happy, do it, and then you will find success. But
Exactly.
do it
100%.
at a time where you can now fully dedicate yourself to it.
One million percent.
Which is definitely important. But this leads me to the end of this podcast today. Um, Obviously, my bro, let people know where they can find you. What's your Instagram? And yeah,
So you guys can find me on Instagram, razorvibe_Rehan. So REHAN. So everyone go check out my Instagram. Have a look for yourself, guys. I'm based in Northwest London myself.
and that's it, man. Obviously, for me, the email is hello@frostface.com, and you can also find me on Instagram on frostface. It's your boy. I'm out. It was really nice having this conversation with you, Rohan. Honestly, it was
Amazing.
very, 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 very nice having this conversation with you, my
I
bro.
completely appreciate it, man. It was amazing to be on here, get my face out there even more as well.
That's what
And
this
it's nice
podcast is
talking to
for.
you, man. 100%.
That definitely, man. It was definitely nice talking to you. Until we'll catch up on Instagram, maybe here up one of this barbering convention coming up very soon as well.
100%, bro. I'm down for anything. Let's get
All right,
started.
let's get it, man. Love, appreciate, my
Take
boy.
care, everyone.